Welcome back to another episode of the Sistah Talk Podcast. I'm Gold Chain Diva.
And I am Miss Dee, and y'all already know that's with a Z.
And we are just two sisters with a lot to talk about. And as always, a lot to talk about.
It is. So what's been going on, sis?
Well, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit of. Listen.
One of the highlights of my life lately was going to see Miss Anita Baker.
Oh, yes. How was that concert?
Listen, singing to the top of my lungs,
Listen,
okay?
You was like this in there.
With all my heart, I love you. Alright, I ain't gonna give you no more. Y'all gotta pay me for the rest of that. But no, the concert was really good.
Okay.
We went for Mother's Day.
Okay.
My mom loves Anita Baker as well, so both of us were just enjoying that. We were on cloud nine.
Okay.
The only negative things I had to say about that concert was the fact that the sound person messed up royally.
Really?
Yes. Killed the whole vibe.
It was too loud? It wasn't loud enough?
No. So when she first got on stage, like, I mean, of course we were hyped because we fans,
Mm-hmm.
and we gonna go off regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounded like her voice was muddled.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could hear what she's saying, but you couldn't hear her words clearly.
Gotcha.
And so after a while, she goes to the side because you know they be getting them in order.
Yeah.
She went up to the side. She's singing. You need to turn the reverb up. Like she like giving him instructions.
Yeah.
Take the compressor off and do like she was giving him.
Not in the middle of the concert.
In the middle, okay? So then he got it a little bit right. She was like, can y'all hear the difference? And she killed it.
Ooh.
Then we like, okay. Then after a while, you know how like when the microphone get close to like a speaker or something and make that loud, like it was that several times. They did not get it right until her finale. She went off stage, changed her little outfit, came back out. I guess they switched the sound guy. She did her finale. It was amazing. The best the whole show ever sounded. And then after that, she did an encore. 3 songs after that, just off of audience recommendations because she felt like she had to give it back to us probably.
Listen.
But even with that being said, my life was made that night.
I know. You listen. I can imagine. I can imagine. She's an old soul. Literally, she's an old soul. You know what I mean? So I can imagine. I was just probably priceless.
She seems like a sweet woman. Like I feel like I can vibe with her, bro. Like that'd be my auntie.
Yeah. Okay, auntie. I was gonna say green.
But she got a lot more pizzazz left in her. She can't be my grandma. She my auntie. She my great auntie.
Okay, auntie. Okay, auntie. Yeah. You know, I haven't been to a concert in a while. I keep saying, especially you, I'm like, I'm gonna go to a concert.
I regret us not going to LMA. I'm not gonna lie, I regret that. I feel like we would have had an amazing time.
We would have had a ball. Do you understand?
Yes, because I know all her songs, you know all her songs, we would have been fanning out.
Fanning! But listen, y'all, I got a story time.
Oh, she got a story to tell.
Story to tell, okay? First of all, let's just say I'm gonna add my story time and my what's been up with me. It's been a long week. I know my work people are tired of hearing me talk about this vacation I'm about to go on. I've been like, listen, don't call me, don't text me, don't ask me, I am away.
Get somebody else to do it.
Please get somebody else to do it. But anyway, this brings me to my story time. One of my nurses, I'm not going to say her name, was talking to us today, and she's from New York. And one thing I learned about New York people, first of all, their accent is very, very strong. You know what I mean? Like the Bronx, aggressive. And they're very, oh my gosh,
aggressive. Very
aggressive. She's really, really sweet, but she is very aggressive how she talks. So anyway, that brings me to the story. She was telling me that she got married at a young age, and I'm talking about young. Like she said, she was 18. When she got married. I was like, oh, that's interesting, and they didn't last for a long time, and her ex-husband is trying to take her for alimony, and he waited. Now mind you, she got married when she was 18. She is now like, if we're 30, she's like 34, 35. He's just now trying to take her for alimony because she got her RN. So this brings me to
how long have they been divorced though?
Well, let's just put it like this. She's remarried, and so is Get a life. Listen, get a life.
Sir, get a life.
Listen, she is remarried, and so is the husband. Now, mind you, exactly. So, mind you, she tells us, she's like, I have a really good relationship with his wife. And I said, oh, that's dope. You know what I mean? She was like, yeah, me and him don't get along, but I have a relationship with his wife. I said, that's cool. she tells his new wife, like, hey, do you know that your husband is taking me for alimony? She was like, I had no idea. The wife didn't even know. This leads me to say, men can be gold diggers too, and let me tell you why. Mm-hmm. She just got her RN. So he now knows that she's making the big bucks.
Question is, can he even do that?
Supposedly, she was saying, she got a lawyer and they're looking through it and he might be able to do it.
Wow.
I don't know. And literally, and it's crazy because she is remarried now. You know what I mean? She's already married.
It gotta be some statute of limitations or something on that. It can't be. Like, I can see if they got divorced, neither one of them was remarried or anything crazy. But the fact that both of them are remarried, they moved on. God knows how long they've been remarried.
Exactly.
It should be some statute of limitations on that. That's how I feel about it.
This is what he says. So, anybody knows in any type of nursing, especially to become an RN, it can take you a very long time to become an RN depending on where you're at in your
So what he trying to claim that he was around while she was figuring it out?
Bingo. Nigga, listen.
Get it together.
And that brings me to, I literally had this aha moment where this light bulb went off, and I'm like, niggas can be gold diggers too. Like, that is such a gold digging move.
He sat back and he was like, I'm gonna secure this bag.
Secure it.
And you know what that reminds me of? Why Did I Get Married Too?
I just watched that.
With Janet Jackson and her husband, and he was trying to get the proceeds from her book, and
she went off.
Now that's a little bit different though, because they were still married, so I get why he was trying to get that bag.
Yeah, they were still married.
Get it. Now my problem with that movie going off on a tangent was just how she done killed that man. And then shows up with the Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Which leads, do you think there's going to be another one that I get married?
Well, according to my stepmother, who's an avid Tyler Perry fan, she feels as though it's going to be a part 3 and that Gavin is not dead. Conspiracy or not
already? Like, what? Oh, see.
Listen, I feel like that's going to be the last part. I don't know. I feel like it could be another part, but I don't feel like Gavin is still alive. I feel like it's impossible for him to be alive.
You feel like they took him out?
Yeah, and I feel like, honestly, if he's gone, I don't want to see no damn Janet Jackson with Dwayne Johnson either. So, they might need to write her out and replace with another couple or something.
I just feel like, I know that they put that time in between where it was like a year or how many, whatever.
But it wasn't long enough.
It wasn't long enough. Like, that was your husband. Like, y'all lost a child together. Like, it.
And then now, kumbaya.
Yeah, no.
Like, I didn't agree with that. Yeah. But yes, men can be gold diggers too. Because, that's crazy.
That's crazy as heck. The last thing she said before she walked away was, don't get married, y'all. Now, mind you, she's married now, so it's just like, don't get married, y'all.
I just wonder what her husband thinks of that situation.
I bet you,
because in my mind, what I'm thinking, he's a nigga.
Listen, okay, listen.
That's how I feel
but seriously.
Because you don't have no real reason to be messing with this woman.
No.
Like, she's been over you. Yes. You clearly over her.
You're married.
What do you want from her? Unless he did pay for some schooling or something. I can see it. Did he pay for some schooling?
You know how
sometimes she probably keep it. Yeah.
A little bit of
it's more than that story than what we know. But we gonna keep y'all posted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I guess time to spill the tea.
Think he's out. So today on Spill the Tea, we got prom dresses. Okay.
Yep, because we in smack that middle of prom season.
And let me just say this. First of all, each area, I noticed York from Harrisburg, I'm a Yorkian, okay? And they went all out for prom, and I noticed I seen some Harrisburg people on my feed, because, and they went, first of all, it made me think of, man, I should have did more in 2010 with my prom dress, and
girl,
and with my stepping out of the court.
I didn't have a story time, but I got one now. Girl, I never tell you the story about my prom dress when we went to prom.
No,
girl, I went to the store, right? Months, okay, months. Prom is what month we in right now?
We're in May.
All right, so prom is in May. I'm pretty sure I went the May before prom, so a whole year in advance.
Okay.
To look for prom dresses. Even if it wasn't that, it was substantial amount of time.
Yeah.
We go, we find this dress, amazing, beautiful. Now, mind you, I went with my best friend.
Yes.
Who picks brown as a color? Brown, copper, all in the same family, but whatever. So that was a hunt to find a dress that color.
Yeah.
Finally found a perfect dress. I mean, it was princess style. And it just had everything I wanted. Ordered this dress. I guess they ordered from China or whatever the heck they ordered it from. It took forever. Okay? You know. A month before prom, they tell me, oh, we don't think that your dress is going to be here on time. You need to think about a new dress. Girl, I ended up going to Davis Bridal or something, just regular degular, getting a brown bridesmaid's dress, and then had to get a lady to do some alterations to make it look like something.
Like something.
And it still wasn't spectacular. Halfway you want to get it out of the closet to show it to y'all.
Listen.
Because I don't, still to this day, don't like that dress. It was ill-fitting. It was brown.
Just brown? Just completely
brown. I was about to start singing that song everybody talking about. My booty hole brown. Oh. That song. It was brown. Okay.
Really?
I'm gonna show it to you.
That is just. Listen, I would have been so upset.
Yeah.
I would have been so upset.
I was pissy.
Yeah, I would have been pissed. Like, there's no why? Why couldn't y'all tell me this sooner?
Yep. But it's not about us.
Oh yeah.
It's about these kids in 2023.
And not to mention how stylish. First of all, I'm going to start with the guys. I don't know. I'm going to start with the guys because they be looking sharp. They got their ankles showing. And they got the Alexander McQueen's, the red bottom shoes.
I do like those. I'm glad. It's a step up from Air Forces like what we used to wear when we used to go to prom.
Yes, very true. Very, very true. And the girls is just sheer and flowy and slits that are up the thigh, and I'm just like, y'all are killing the game. Like, hands down, y'all got it. Forget about us in 2010 because we didn't do it like this.
Oh, we're irrelevant.
It's super irrelevant. I can only imagine. I said, I know these parents is gushing money out.
Heck yeah.
Can you imagine? Gushing money out. And these dresses, they're I know a designer. She made a whole bunch of dresses, and I was thinking, like, they're not paying. I remember I paid a lot of money, and my dress was not spectacular. And these girls are paying less money than me. I would have rather had somebody make it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, kudos to myself, because, I had parts in designing Zelle's dress.
Did you?
I did. I picked out, I don't even know if I picked out her fabric, but I know I picked out a lot of different things when it came to her dress. Like, yeah. Really? I used to love fashion design. Like, one of my guilty pleasures, Project Runway. And I still wanted to this day go to Move, like the fabric shop in New York City. Not because I want to sew anything, because I cannot sew a lick. Just because I just want to look at the fabric. I feel like I would just be in heaven just looking at all the cool stuff.
Yeah. Interesting. Listen, we're definitely gonna throw the pictures up there because I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to see them.
Absolutely. Well, since we're spilling the tea, everybody knows about the color purple. Old school, Whoopi Goldberg.
I love Hoppo.
Danny Glover, Oprah Winfrey, star-studded event. But they have just released the trailer for a new Broadway rendition of The Color Purple, starring Fantasia Barrino as Celie. Then we got Taraji P. Henson as Suge. Her is in the movie. Halle Bailey is in the movie.
Okay.
It's just a star-studded affair.
Now, you did say Broadway show.
No, I didn't say show.
No, okay.
Rendition. Okay,
because I was going to say, I've never been to a Broadway play. I would love to go see it, but now it's not Broadway anyway. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure it's going to come out in theaters. And it's just like, pretty much, I think when they say Broadway rendition, just to mean that it's going to be a lot of music, like a musical, something like that. Got you. But we're going to put that up on the screen. You guys take a look. Let us know in the comments about how you feel about it. Will you go see it?
Today, our teacher taught us about a place called Africa. She say our mamas come from Queens over there. That means that we royalty.
I don't need you to love me.
Afternoon. I need me a wife.
Even if we have to part, you and me, us have one heart.
I don't need.
Get off my land!
You.
I rat you every day! Nothing but death can keep me from it!
Oh, Miss Seeley!
You must ain't got no kinfolk around these parts.
All I had was my sister. She was the only one ever loved me. I'm gonna hold my head up. I'm gonna put my shoulders back.
It's time for you to see the world.
There's gonna be some changes made.
Put it on.
This ain't me.
Hush. We need to look like we belong. Let's see the smile and color. Sweet and loving God.
Showing my heart to the folks that are close to you.
Now we're talking.
Dear Seeley, we are more than just kings and queens. We are at the center of the universe.
Oh, yes,
What you think?
Yeah. First of all, if they're gonna remake anything, they remake it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just hope, this is my only hope, because I feel like remakes, like trailers are often misleading.
Yes, they can be.
I just hope that because it's so star-studded that it does not let me down.
I got you.
Because I literally just watched White Man Can't Jump the other day.
Okay, I didn't even know that it came.
It came out, they just did a remake, it's on Hulu.
Okay.
Jack Harlow is who Woody Harrelson's character was.
Okay.
I can't remember his name, but he played in a lot of other things.
Mm-hmm.
But he played Wesley Snipes. Tiana Taylor was in there as like the person who played Wesley Snipes' wife.
Okay.
It was a couple other star-studded people in there, like rappers and different stuff like that. But honestly, the whole time I'm sitting there watching it, I'm just like, yeah,
This ain't
they
like,
missed the mark. Like, yeah, they modernized it, and I like the spin that they put on it, but they really could have just left it alone. So I hope it's not like that, where I don't wish they would have just left it alone.
it looks very interesting. It looks interesting from what they shown, but a lot of times, like you said, they make the trailer look more interesting than the movie.
Exactly, because they show all the key spots in the trailer, and then when you see the movie, you're
Right.
like,
Okay. What is? Yeah.
what's new?
Exactly.
So,
Listen.
well, will you go see it? Leave us a comment. Let us know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But just that quick, it's time for
conspiracy talk. Conspiracy fingers.
So today on Conspiracy Talk, what do we have?
Well, we got my good sis, Meg Thee Stallion. Okay. First of all, I feel like we talked about this on our last episode about Madame Toussaint. Remember I couldn't say it the last time either? Madame Toussaint.
Because what were we talking about? We were talking about wax. Why were we talking about?
Balenciaga.
Yes, the guy. Yep.
The guy sitting in the window was a wax figure. So, which leads me to, I seen Megan has a wax figure. She has a couple, I think 2, maybe 3, I don't know. But she has one in Madame Hussein. I'm gonna just say it.
Madame Hussein. Look, cut her some slack. She said it right the first time.
I did. Please let me go. Okay, it's been a long week. Anyway, I can't stop laughing. But it looks so realistic. That's just what it is. First of all, it looks like her. I've never seen a wax, and this was what makes me think it's a conspiracy. Because come on, are they using real skin? Are they using real eyes? Like this, she sat by it, and you can't tell.
Listen, I know you're not lying because I saw it, and I was like sitting there looking. I was like, hold the hell up.
Which one is which?
And the only reason why I was like, and even still, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not.
No,
because I this is what I confused in my mind as to which one was the real one and which one wasn't. The real one, I would suppose that she was the one who put the braid on the other one.
Got you. Yep.
That's what I would think. But then again, I don't know.
And that's why I wanted to talk about it on Conspiracy Talk, because I just find that it's really, really creepy that they're making these wax figures look like just like these people. And I get it, it's supposed to, but I'm sorry, if you look back at like the Jay-Z one or the Beyonce one or the Selena one,
the ones that were in like the beginning. But I mean, technology has advanced since then. Because when Wendy Williams came out, I was like, hold up, which one of these is Wendy Williams? It was crucial.
It was really,
yeah,
really, they looked alike.
But yeah, I can see why you would say it's a conspiracy, because if they got that type of witchcraft to make it look that much like the real person, makes you think. Yeah. Do they be cloning people? The answer is maybe.
I love it. The answer is maybe. But yeah, Britney Spears and Kanye West, what's going on? Because listen, I want to talk about this. Come on, give it to me, sis.
All right, listen. So
I need it.
Listen,
two names together.
Because y'all know I got it locked and loaded. Listen, so my conspiracy talk this week is about Britney Spears and Kanye West, as you said. Always talking about Kanye West, but this time we don't talk much about Britney.
Okay, no, we haven't.
But so I mean, everybody knows the legal battles that's been going on with Britney for many years with her guardianship and them not giving her money and all types of craziness. She went crazy, shaved her head off, she disappeared for a while, came back. Now she all over TikTok, Instagram, wherever you can find her, just dancing, twirling, spinning in circles. That's all we see her do now.
That is true.
And so now they're basically saying that that is not Britney Spears. They're saying that that's actually somebody else, that they're using AI manipulation to manipulate the face of that person, because they're literally now taking it where it's like she did something like this with her hands, right? And so people are slowing it down, because you know when you do like the AI, the filters and stuff like that, it has to like catch up.
Yeah.
So when you start doing stuff like this, you manipulating it. So now they're slowing it down where it gets about right here. And if you look closely, it does not look like Britney Spears. It looks like a totally different person before the AI picks up, and now you see the Britney Spears face again.
Ooh.
Yep. And the same goes for Mr. Kanye West. Ever since he was on his rant, he disappeared, came back. Now he's shopping at Balenciaga. Now he got this mystery white lady with him that we don't know who the hell she is. He has not said a word since he came back.
He got t-shirts with shoulder pads.
He didn't walk around with socks on. He don't even got no shoes on.
He looks homeless. Like, what is...
They're saying they're using AI for him as well. Why haven't we seen a video of him? They're saying that basically we got these two photos of this man, and they're using AI to make it look like him, but clearly this man's posh, like he's a lot taller, he's a lot bigger.
You can tell.
He don't look like himself.
And they threw the. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep talking about these damn shoulder pads.
They do.
I have never in my life, first of all, seen a shirt with shoulder pads, and I said this is the most oddest thing in the world. Like
First of all, it looked like somebody took some t-shirts and balled them up and just stuck them up under there. Like it wasn't even smooth and seamless. It just looked like it was balled up like this. It was just.
It looks crazy. It looks crazy. He looks crazy.
But conspiracy.
Yeah, that's listen.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Listen, help Britney Spears and Kanye West.
Please.
They're fighting for their lives, guys.
They really are. They really are. They really are.
They really are. Well. I got something, a nice little heavy little topic for us today. Not really too heavy, but it was something that I was, scrolling. Well, not really scrolling. I was curious about some things. We all often talk about soulmates and, whether you feel like you've met your soulmate or can you have more than one soulmate? People ask questions about twin flames. Like, is that a real thing? What's the difference between the two? So I don't know, one day I was just, curious. And I had Googled, something about soulmates and twin flames. And I came across this article that talks about the idea of the term limerence, Limerence, versus love, and what's the difference. And so basically, in short, limerence is basically being drawn to a certain person. So it's basically a concept of saying like, okay, if you are twin flames with somebody, proving the concept of twin flames is basically saying that because of limerence, we can say that twin flames exist because a level of being obsessed with a person has to be involved in order to be like a twin flame with that person.
Okay.
So basically, you know, just to give you the traits of what limerence is, you know, basically you're drawn to a certain person. It can happen with anyone at any time. The differences between the two is, you know, with limerence, you know, you feel like that person will complete you. You want them whether they are good for you or not. You ignore the person's flaws. You neglect your own needs for them. By that face.
Did it show all on my face?
It showed all on your face, sis.
Because that is just so... I'm very intrigued by what you were saying. I feel like, in a sense, and I want to make sure I'm saying it right, limerence could be positive and it could be negative.
Absolutely.
So, depending on what spectrum, side of the spectrum you're on, if you're on the positive spectrum or the negative, but just from you listing those couple of things, I am in a relationship. I do obsess over my man.
Now, before you go far,
okay.
And there's a specific thing about limerence that makes it limerence. But before we go into that, there's 3 stages of limerence. Okay. The first being infatuation. We all know what infatuation is. You know, basically it's an addictive type of behavior, thinking about the other person for 24 hours a day. You may feel stress, heart palpitations, stomach, anxiety, and even intrusive thoughts. Then we move on to crystallization. Basically, you start to believe that that person is the solution to all of your problems. You decide that that person is flawless. And you idealize them by putting them on a pedestal. Then deterioration. Reality starts to sneak in your mind. You start to realize that you will never have the person that you're lusting after. And the final stage of limerence is the disappointment in the love object and letting go of them. So basically, it's like it's very much, limerence is very much delusional.
Okay.
Limerence is very much delusional. But now it does go on in this article to explain that yes, in a successful relationship, you have some level of limerence.
Yeah.
But this is just limerence in the rawest form of limerence.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know, limerence it says that it literally can affect your life. Like, it goes into talking about, like, love addiction and stuff like that. Like, if you really feel like you're addicted to a person, you can't control your thoughts, you can't control yourself. Like, they got the love hotline on here. Like, if you need help, call these people up. Like, limerence is a thing. And I think more people need to know about it, because we hear about people all the time that can't let go of their baby dad.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and the person that moved on and they still holding on, that's what limerence is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like this word that was being foreshadowed by other stuff, and okay, it makes sense.
But I don't think I gave you all the actual definition of what limerence is. So limerence is a state of infatuation or obsession with another person that involves an all-consuming passion and intrusive thoughts. It's often, now this is the part that I wanted to like draw to, because I thought this was so interesting, because I was like, oh shit, am I like in a limerence with somebody right now? And so it says it is often a result of not being present either through trauma or certain childhood development issues. So basically, a lot of people who have gone through traumatic experiences in life experience limerence because of that desire or the feelings, you know, that I guess they had for their parent, and they had this impulse to want to be perfect and, like, you know, be there. And
shit, we all, excuse me, but we all has at some type of limerence in our life.
Yep. And basically, you know, through that, we're able to look at this person as a solution to our problems. And basically, we just create this false scenario of this person is the one. I was just like, wow, this is deep.
Yeah, because it makes you, once again, it makes you think. Anything that we read that has to do with love, life, anything like that. It's very persuasive. And why I say that is just because a lot of times we match our lives to that, what we're reading. Okay, so I'm in a relationship. I did it right in front of the freaking camera. I said, oh, I think I have limerence. And then you kept on reading, and I'm like, hold on. Wait,
pump the brakes.
Listen, I don't think I got that type of limerence.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just, that's very, very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. Now, it honestly, if you feel like you limerence, I will say this, like I said, it's a healthy level of limerence that's in every relationship.
Absolutely.
But this is like literally psychopath shit.
Yeah, that's a little bit different. This is like you.
Listen, exactly. Exactly. It literally says the person feels safe to fantasize about this person, most likely because they know nothing can happen, and the infatuated person is not in a grounded enough place to receive a real relationship.
Oh, shoot.
That's deep.
Yeah, that's deep.
Like, that's super deep.
Yeah, that's
like, it makes you realize, like, basically, if you're fantasizing over a person, right, and you know that you have no chance with this person, and you, like, and this person may not even be reciprocating any of the feelings or actions or anything like that, probably limerence. And you may need to check into some type of counseling.
Yeah.
And not even on no funny stuff. Because we already know, what crime passions or whatever passions of crime.
No, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. And story time, because y'all always know I got a good story to relate to something. But my cheerleading coach that coached me in all-star cheerleading had a guy that was limerence over her from high school. Okay, they would meet up on occasions, not a lot, like maybe in a group setting, you know what I mean? But this time he wanted her to meet up by herself. She didn't feel right, so she brought a friend with her, okay? They meet up, long story short, it's evening, about to be dark outside, okay? He pulls out a gun and tells the friend, if you don't leave right now, I'm gonna shoot both of y'all. Like, I'm gonna shoot both of y'all. So the friend got scared, ran to go call the cops.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
What?
I would have ran too.
I'm
gonna tell you why I would have ran. Not because I don't care about you. I would have ran so I could call somebody.
Well, listen to this though. He took the girl, not took her, but he pretty much took her behind his barn and shot her in the head and then shot himself. Oh. And I was broken, y'all. Listen, I was broken.
Well, that changes my thoughts. Maybe I would have tried to fight him. I would be like, Tay, we gotta do the movie. Listen, y'all don't know about the movie. No. But one day y'all gonna find out.
Find out about the movie. But no, seriously, he killed her. I was brokenhearted.
Oh, that's
she
so
was beautiful.
Sad. That's so sad.
Rest in peace to her. Seriously, but
that's so sad, man.
So limerence is no joke.
Yeah.
If you're feeling like that, go get, like you said, go get some help.
Listen, it says there's some steps you can take. Underneath limerence is a fear of being with yourself and making a good enough loving relationship with yourself. And so basically, you gotta look inward.
There you go.
Most of the issues that we have in relationships always stem from the work that we neglect to do with ourselves.
Absolutely.
So that's first things first. Do the work with yourself, and like I said, they do have like hotlines for that. Yeah. If you really feel like you can't control your thoughts about somebody, get some help. Yeah. Get some help. It's not worth it, sis. Don't go to jail.
It really isn't. And like we said, on a couple, I think it was a couple episodes ago, it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
Don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed, because that's
Yeah, because we did talk about that when we talked about mental health issues. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. Listen, that got me because. The reason why that got me is because I've experienced a lot of childhood trauma. And a lot of those childhood traumas have come up in my adult life. And so I realized that, that presents itself in how I deal with people. As far as being a people pleaser. And, one of the things that I struggle with a lot, because I don't have much experience with relationships in my younger years. Because I feel like those years where we talk about puppy love and all that, that stuff is crucial. As much as we try to downplay puppy love and what it is, it matters to development when it comes to relationships.
Absolutely.
Because you at least got to experience heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
You got to experience different waves of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So for me being a person that didn't like really do that as a young person, now I'm figuring it out as an adult.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I realized in myself is just like having this obsessive trait about me.
Okay.
And it's not like obsessing, like I don't know, I don't want to say it's like obsessing about the person. But like, one, I have a fear of abandonment. So I just feel like I always got to be doing something. I always need that validation. I need something to keep me grounded.
Yeah.
And so I, like in my older age and knowing that about myself and knowing that I tend to put people on a pedestal and I just look at them as being perfect, I was just like, oh my God, like I don't think that I do that now today, but in my last relationship, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
And I'm just so, like, it took me so long to get out of that relationship, but I'm just so happy that something was like, girl. Like, and literally, like, I don't know, he would like to say he reciprocated the feelings. I just never felt like he did.
Right.
So, I don't know. I just feel like it's definitely a real thing. Don't feel ashamed about it. Like, I mean, we all go through whatever. Like, you know, sometimes we get rejected. Sometimes the feelings aren't mutual. Sometimes, you know, we don't receive the love that we feel like we should get from that person.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. Know your prize and
move on. And move on. And don't ever think for 1 second that it is your fault.
Yep.
It is not. It is not. Okay? It is not. So, that was... I'm feeling it. I'm loving it.
Listen, I always got something in my trick bag for y'all.
Listen, I like the trick bag, okay? I like the trick bag. That was good. That was good.
Like we said, the sisters always got a lot to talk about.
Listen, we really do. We really do.
So we hope you all have enjoyed this episode of the Sister Talk podcast. We've been seeing all the comments because we've been getting a little bit more comments, a little bit more likes, a little bit more views. So we appreciate y'all sticking with us.
Yes, really appreciate you guys. Seriously.
Yeah, so keep doing that, keep sharing, keep commenting. And I'm your host, Gold Chain Diva, and this is my sister,
Miss BD, and y'all already know it's with a Z.
And we are always just two sisters with a lot to talk about. But you can follow us on social media to hear more from us. And I just got 1,000 followers on TikTok today.
Woo woo.
And all my social handles are goldchain__diva. And you can follow my sister.
And that's MZ_BD. And that's all my social media. So add me on TikTok because I'm trying to get up there. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Okay, I'm trying, but I'm trying.
And thank you for watching and tuning in. Hope you enjoyed and have a great night.